Welcome back, Panda Cups. Today we're going to be going over my Dividend Kings list, why I decided to invest into these companies, and what I plan to do with the passive income. So let's find out. So the Dividend King is a company that has been paying out dividends for the last 50 years minimum. They have endured hardships in this country and across the globe. That means that they will endure anything and continue to pay out to their shareholders, which is an awesome plus. So number 4 on my list is actually Target. Target needs no introduction. We are all familiar with Target. They are a retail store. They sell all the basic goods from groceries like electronics, clothing, and so forth. So that's why I chose them, because during a time of recession, they actually do pretty well because people will stop going out to eat as much and they start to shop more and buying their groceries and so forth. You may be thinking, well, why don't you just buy into Walmart? And I will eventually, but I like Target a little bit more. I'm first buying into companies that I believe in and that I trust a little bit more, and so that's why I chose Target. And to go into the numbers of Target, right now they are sitting at a 2.41% dividend yield. So that means that for every share you get that percentage. So every year on an annual basis for holding a full share of Target, you get a total of $4.32. And because they pay out on a quarterly basis like the other companies that I will mention, they pay out $1.08. So I currently own only 0.45% of a share, which is not bad at all in my opinion. I think it's a pretty good amount considering the price, which is currently sitting at 163 on the dot. So if you're thinking, well, why would you purchase into a company that is so expensive? It's because they are a safety net. Most of these companies have been around for a while, so of course their shares have been going up, and I will trust Target to continue to provide for us. You can buy partial shares through Robinhood, which is the brokerage account I'm using. There are others, and I recommend you doing some research if you decide to start investing into the stock market. So I was able to buy small shares, $5 at a time, $10 at a time, and to finally get up to where I am. And I'll continue to do that. And if some of you guys are wondering, well, why don't you buy into ETFs? That's another time and another video to explain a little bit more on that. But I really strongly believe in Target and I am grateful for them. I just barely started to invest, and if you do have a question about whether you get dividend for not holding a full share, the answer is yes. So apparently I'm already getting 44 cents in my dividend, so it's actually pending, and I'm having that reinvested into a drip system through Robinhood. And what drip is, it is a dividend reinvestment plan. So every time you get a dividend, it just goes right into buying into more of that share. So it automatically does that. You don't have to have it set up automatically, but I do because I want it to grow my portfolio. I want it to create a bigger passive income down the stretch, which is the most important thing of why I'm posting these videos for you guys. So number 3 on the list is actually PepsiCo. So you guys are familiar with PepsiCo. PepsiCo is, you know, a company that is more than just a beverage. They are actually a staff company as well. I didn't even know that. I always thought it was just something else, another company, but they actually sell more than just the Pepsi themselves. They sell brands like Doritos, Cheetos, even Captain Crunch was on that list. And that is why I'm investing into this company, is because they go beyond the beverage. They go with everything that kind of gives us that little sense of happiness, cheap, but it is very helpful and successful in our lives to keep us a little bit more happy, especially if we can't afford a more expensive thing. This is the cheap way to be a little bit happy. Just get some snacks and beverages, and that is why I invested into Pepsi. So just a little bit of the number scheme again. So they are sitting at a 2.56% dividend yield. So slowly these dividends are getting a little bit higher and higher. So right now on an annual basis, if you hold a share, it is $4.60. They pay out on a quarterly basis, so you get $1.15. So that is pretty cool in my opinion. I own 0.42% of a share at this current time. It is a little bit more of expenses, sitting at 181 with 33 cents per share. So of course I can't really afford that as much compared to Target, but of course I'm going through the route of buying partial shares. So that is my number 3 on the list. So number 2 on my list is Johnson and Johnson. You may be familiar with who Johnson and Johnson is, or maybe not. They are a distribution pharmaceutical company. So they will send medical products to retailers, wholesales, hospitals, medical places. So they have things like band-aids, shots and whatnot. And those are things that we need in our lives to kind of keep us healthy. It may not be the most exciting thing, the health industry, but it is essential to our life. They've been around for over 100 years. Actually, they've been around for 136 years, which is amazing. So this company is solid. They're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. So they're currently sending a 2.61% dividend yield, which is awesome. Their annual dividend payout is $4.52 and a quarterly of $1.13. And I currently own only 0.39% of a share, which is not bad in my opinion. The price right now is sitting at 176 on the dot. So again, just a little at a time, but it's worth it. If you're liking this video and you're enjoying the content and seeing how my portfolio is growing, please leave a like below. Please subscribe to my channel, as that will help you guys earn a little bit more info on how to earn passive income through not just investing into stocks, but also into other platforms that I've been posting. But to go into it, number one is Coca-Cola. All right. It was convenient that there was a sign around here in this room, and I was just like, screw it, I'll put it up. So Coca-Cola, say no more. We already are familiar with it. It is an iconic brand. They are not going to be going anywhere, I think, ever in our lifetime, the next lifetime, and a couple more to come. They are globally just a trademark, and they are prominent. When I was down in Mexico, Coca-Cola is like water to them. So not only are they here, they're everywhere. So the reason why I invested into them is because they actually have a higher yield than the rest of them. They are sitting at a 2.91% dividend yield payout, which is awesome. So on an annual income, they will give you $1.74 per share and then 44 cents per quarter. So you guys may be thinking, well, that's not as high, but you got to think about the pricing for this stock, which is actually the beautiful part of it. So it's currently sitting at $61.13 per share. So it's pretty much a third of the share of PepsiCo. So that's awesome, because that means that you can technically buy more Coca-Cola and get more of a payout. So I currently own 1.43% of a share. So I'm waiting for that payout. I'm grateful for it, and my portfolio is growing, and these 4 Dividend Kings are going to be monsters down the road and allowing me to live a passive income life where I don't have to work and grind for the rest of my life. I'm hoping to just continue to invest, work my hardest at it, and I know that you guys can as well. But remember, do your due diligence, do your own research. This is just more for entertainment purposes. What I do is not a financial advice. It's just showing you different ways to earn money passively without having to really work any harder. If you have any extra money, of course, you can invest. And that is something I do recommend, though, because investments actually show that you can earn more in return, especially with Dividend Kings. It is slow and steady, but remember, slow and steady wins the race. I'm not here to chase after the highest yield like some others. I don't care if my stocks lose 10-20%. As long as the dividend payout still remains the same, that is all that matters to me. These are 4 stocks that you want in your portfolio if you are starting. You can always start. I will have a referral link down below. You can start your journey. If not, you can always find another platform that you feel most comfortable. But remember, take your time, do things properly. Don't just jump yourself into it. Do some research before you join this journey. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, and peace.